Well, what's going on? This is not really the video that I expected to be making, but here we are. I have failed this channel for several reasons, and we'll talk about that. But this channel is pretty much already dead. With the lapse in content that I've had and not posting anything over the last several months, to get my content to be pushed by the algorithm to more people now that I have taken this break, it will be very difficult. I know that for a fact. And that's one of the big reasons that I've failed this channel is I did not take the time over the nicer part of the year to record extra content, make videos of it, and post those videos periodically throughout these colder months that we've had. Because, I mean, if anybody watching this video is someone who has watched any of the others, you'll know that pretty much all we did was kayak fishing. That was kind of what I wanted this channel to be based around when I started it, and we can only do that so many months out of the year. Once it starts to get colder and the fish start to move into their winter patterns, it's difficult to catch them. Even more difficult when you're paddling around on a big lake in a plastic boat. So I did not take the time when it was nicer to record enough content to be able to keep this channel even semi-active throughout the colder months. Now I know that, you can always do like in-home, tutorial videos, small how-to videos, things like that, which is something that I might consider doing, but I'm on the fence of whether or not I need to try to continue with this channel, or if I just need to start a new one. I'm really not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure. And that's what kind of leads me into my next point, and another reason why I had failed this channel is my lack of, and I don't really know how to put this, my lack of ability to talk to a camera and be entertaining, I suppose. I've always been a pretty quiet person, never really talked much unless I'm with somebody that I'm comfortable with, whether it be close friends, family, girlfriend, whatever. So to be able to, stare into a camera lens like I'm doing right now and just talk and be, entertaining or provide, something of value for you guys, it's kind of difficult for me, but something that if I want to pursue this farther is something that I'm going to have to get better at regardless. And that's kind of what this video is, for me, is a way to kind of open up to the camera and maybe try to get a little bit more comfortable talking to it, talking to you guys. So that's another reason I failed, is my lack of ability to talk to a camera and be comfortable doing it and be entertaining. So during the time where I haven't been able to get out on the water, it's been hard for me to find the motivation to pick up the camera and record a video. So that's another thing that I'm going to need to work on if this is something that I want to pursue. Even if it's not in this particular niche thing that I'm doing, if I decide to start a channel for another reason or another type of content, whatever that may be, this is something I'm going to have to get used to. So yeah. And that right there can kind of lead into a third reason why I had failed this channel, is I decided to make my content about a very narrow window of content. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but like what I did was kayak fishing. That's it. Very small amount of people are going to be interested in that. I know that there are some content creators out there that do kayak fishing that do it really well, that have a pretty decent audience, but they've been working at that for years and they have found their thing within that niche that makes them stand out from other people. I haven't found that yet, so my range of people that would be interested in my honestly kind of poorly made videos is pretty narrow. And that's my own fault for making my content about what I did. Not a lot of people watch kayak fishing videos, and that really hurts my channel's ability to gain any traction. At least when it's just kind of the content that I had been creating, where it was pretty much just cut clips of me catching fish, or maybe making a stupid joke out on the water, or if I saw something neat I'd record it, whatever. But it was mainly just clips of me catching fish with not a lot of filler content, not a whole lot of dialogue. I mean, you know, when we catch a fish, we get a length on it, we weigh it, we release it, but other than that, there's not a whole lot of dialogue in the videos that I would make. There's not a whole lot of you know, B-roll or cinematic clips of things that I see out on the water. Not really something I'm familiar with doing, not something I've done before. I don't know how to incorporate that sort of thing into my videos, or even how to like edit that sort of thing in. Video editing is still something that's very unfamiliar to me. So those are kind of the three big reasons why I have failed this channel. So we've got my lack of content to be posted throughout the colder months. It's really cold outside right now. I mean, we've had an unusually warm winter, yes, but it's still not warm enough outside for the fish to be active. They're still suspended way down deep. The water temperatures is still in the mid to high 30s. So can't really do that. I'm just kind of sitting around waiting. Like I said, I could do some of the how-to videos, maybe try to find a couple of things that I've learned throughout the years of knowledge that I can maybe pass down to some of you guys. That might be something that I can do. So that's one big reason. Another being my inability to open up, provide dialogue, be entertaining, things like that. Makes it really hard for me to find the motivation to record these kinds of videos. It was, you know, pretty easy to strap the camera to my head, go out on the water, hit the record button, and just go fishing. But aside from that, you know, any other content is kind of not really out of the realm of question for me, but not really something that I was ever interested in doing, simply because I'm not comfortable with the camera pointed at me and talking and sounding like I know what I'm talking about. Kind of, it's almost like when I turn the camera on and point it at myself, my brain disconnects and I just go duh. So that's something that I need to work on, especially if I want to continue doing this. And my third reason being my very niche content that I create not being able to gain traction at a rate that can sustain my channel throughout the wintertime in the slower months. I've kind of kept track over the last couple months of, you know, even people viewing my older videos, and there really haven't been any. Like, my channel is essentially dead right now. I think the only chances I have of reviving it right now would be making some sort of short video that hit the algorithm just right, got put in front of a bunch of people, and maybe bring them to the long form videos that I've made to kind of get those, going again. But I don't know. I don't know if that's going to happen. We'll see. But I just kind of wanted to make a video, talk about what I've done, how I've failed this channel, and sort of explain everything from my perspective. And I don't know. I want to know what you guys think. So if anybody even makes it this far into the video, I want you to write down below in the comments, what do you think I should do here? Should I try to revive this channel? See if I can start gaining traction again? Or should I start over new, make a new channel, maybe try to branch out with more content? Let me know what you think down in the comments below. And if you have any ideas for content, let me know as well. I'm open to suggestions if anybody has anything to say. Also, for anybody questioning the face mask, sometimes I wear it in the videos. You'll see a couple of thumbnails where I'm not wearing it. Basically, I wear it in just the videos where you can see my mouth moving, because I'll be honest, I've got pretty messed up teeth, and it's something that I'm self-conscious about. So until I either get them fixed or become more comfortable talking to the camera, I'm just going to be wearing this until then. So if anybody was wondering, if anybody even makes it this far into the video, that's the reason. So I think that's going to be it for this video. Again, I might try to start putting out a couple of short, how-to videos on a couple of things. But yeah, I really don't know what to do. I know this is something I want to do, but I'm kind of stuck at a point where I want to make videos, but I don't know what to make videos about.